Hi, my name is James Story. I'm a professional tennis player and current Welsh #1. For sure, my first professional singles title's got to be up there. It was in Tunisia. It was pretty cool to get my first title under the belt and be in that kind of winners club. I managed to go to the Junior Commonwealth Games and pick up a silver in singles and a bronze in mixed doubles. Yeah, recently I had a chance to represent GB university students, which was pretty cool. So we're currently in Cardiff Met in King Coeds at the tennis centre, where I spent a lot of my junior years training, growing up. Yeah, this place has got a lot of nostalgia. Whenever I come back here, I always seem to see some familiar faces. I think around the age of 12, I think I chose tennis. That's probably my best sport, and I had a lot of friends around. I enjoyed going to training because that's where I'd see them, and yeah, it kind of just gradually took priority over other sports. You know, Saturday mornings used to be football and tennis, and it slowly became just tennis, a little bit longer of a tennis session. You know, I had people like my older brother to look up to. You know, I was constantly playing people better than me, bigger than me, stronger than me.
Okay, good luck. Thank you very much.
Chris has been, we've called him like a second father before. You know, he was in charge of Matt as well before Matt went to the States, and then kind of took over my junior years. So yeah, us as a family have spent so much time on court with Chris. You know, we're so thankful to him and what he's shown us, like not just on the court, but I think off the court as well. He's a great example and role model. If we could have 10% of what he has, you know, we'd all be pretty good. So I got to play Wimbledon twice as a junior. That first year we made semi-finals of the doubles with Harry Wendelken. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, having so many family and friends come down to watch, you know, and having the British crowd supporting you after every single point. You know, it's such an uplifting and inspiring place to be, with so much history. You know, the world's oldest tennis tournament. Like, it's the place where you want to win matches. You know, it's just such an incredible place to be, and the fact that I've already had the chance to play there twice, like, I'm super thankful for, but it's made me really hungry to get back there in the future. After juniors, didn't think I was prepared or ready to hit the Pro Tour straight away, and college provides us with like an unbelievable opportunity to go out to the States, get a degree under our belts, compete, grow, and learn a lot before then coming back and giving professional tennis another go. One of my favourite moments was either clinching against Stanford in national indoors or clinching against Ohio State at home. Those were two pretty big wins for us at the time. They were, I think, may have been #1 in the country at the time. Coming into our house, you know, we showed them whose house it was. I managed to hold serve and finish with an ace. It was a really cool moment, and one that I'll cherish forever. I think I've got that video saved somewhere of me winning that final point. And then all of a sudden, like, you realise that this is now your job. You're trying to make a career out of it, so then there's that added pressure. You know, it felt all of a sudden very lonely. You don't have 8 or 9 guys supporting you day in, day out. Like, you win or you go home now. You know, it's not a season, it's not a league, or, you know, once the tournament is done, you go back home. I'm fully relaxed now into that new environment, and I have a much better support system for now that what works with professional tennis, with my current setup. So yeah, I think I'm on the right track. I'm training at Bath University at the moment, not doing any studies, just training there with the Pro Academy with about 7 other guys. it's another tough balance to try and work out. I guess that's part of the moving back from college as well. Now you're paying for everything and there's expectations to perform to recover your money. But yeah, I think on average probably traveling 2 to 3 weeks every month, depending on the time of year, whether I'm traveling overseas or in the UK and what the UK are putting on in terms of tournaments. Yeah, so grew up in like North Cardiff and went to Lanishon High. So yeah, like always loved coming back to Cardiff and seeing high school mates, and sometimes get a chance to watch them play rugby. But yeah, I love coming back to Cardiff when I get the chance. But yeah, I'd like to come back more and watch a few more of the rugby games maybe. But yeah, when it looks like this, it's hard to beat. So we're on the way to Cardiff Golf Centre just to get a few reps in. Yeah, don't get to play golf as much as I'd like, but it's definitely something on down days is fun to do. We get outside, a bit of active recovery, and yeah, a lot of other tennis players enjoy it as well. So we all tend to get out together in between tournaments when we can. So yeah, just going to go and sharpen the tools a little bit so I can beat them next time. Here we are. The best place in Cardiff for it, I think, so yeah, I come here quite a lot. Oh, didn't it? I'm honestly not very disciplined. I get the driver out way too soon and then stay on the driver. But I usually just go through the numbers, start with a wedge and then work my way through up to driver. Yeah, it's nice to switch off for a little bit and just have a little walk around, hit a few balls, take some of your frustration out if you really want. My family, my parents weren't tennis players, but were both sporty themselves growing up. My sister and my brother both played tennis, so I kind of just naturally went into it. So they have a pretty good understanding of what it takes to be a tennis player, and the sacrifices and the hard work that goes into it. So they're super supportive. And then yeah, my girlfriend's been amazing, through it all. Did 5 years in America, and she supported me all the way through that, and now with all my travel and stuff, she's super patient with me. I'm always doing it for something bigger than myself. I think all I want to achieve is for others around me, in a way. I think the reason I make sacrifices and stuff is because I want to do it for them. Well, I'd love to be top 100. I think that's a pretty big goal of mine. And yeah, I represent Wales on the global stage. There's a huge amount of pride, in where you're from. Wales isn't exactly the biggest country or most well known, so if I can let people know, by playing the way I do on court, then I think I've done my country proud there. I think there's that added pressure. There is a bit more pressure, but I enjoy it, because I'm representing my country, the country that I love. So it's something that you've got to try and channel into your performance and drive kind of, that want to win. Yeah, I'd obviously love to represent Great Britain at the Davis Cup as well. I think that's a pretty big honour, and it doesn't get much bigger than that. I think it's the belief. I think there's parts of my game that can be top 100, and I think it's the belief that I can put it out on the court day in, day out and beat these guys that are ranked above me. I think I've got a lot of weapons that people can be afraid of on the tennis court. So it's just putting them all together and believing in myself that I can do it.